DJ Durong from Hot 702.5 in Las Vegas. It's time to come together. Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 24th Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival going down Saturday, June 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center, and it's free to the public. Catch R&B icon Tweed live on stage, plus performances by Kiss Kiss and the Squad, Darnell Alexander, Unk and the Nephews, and Las Vegas's pop princess Ray Millie. Hosted by DJ Ambeezy with Not a Boy DJ and DJ Kelly J on the ones and twos. Stop by and visit the Hot 702.5 FM live remote tent and check in with our on-air personalities. Shop the vendor marketplace, hit up the food trucks, and enjoy surprise guests throughout the night. Presented in partnership with Google, MGM Resorts International, Live You Equals You in the city of Las Vegas. Come together this Juneteenth weekend to celebrate freedom with Tweet and Rainbow Dreams. Get your e-ticket now and be entered to win one of our fabulous prizes. Visit June19LV.com. That's June19LV.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, MVP. And that's right. You heard it. I'm back at it. I'm back at it. On the hottest station on the planet, Hot 702.5 FM, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Tune in for MVP Speaks Life.
Hey, everybody. Welcome on in to the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You are live with MVP Speaks Life, and my co-host is with me,
Rachel Cherie. Hi.
Welcome on in. We got our guest, Gaia Speaks. We're going to go ahead and bring her right on in because, we like to start with our messages and whatnot. So welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
Yeah. It's good for you to be here.
Yes, I'm grateful. Thank you.
We always like to start out the show with a oracle message, bringing the spirit, bringing the energy. So let's see what Rachel has for us today.
Okay.
Come
on. Today, I pulled the card Pleasure.
Oh, I love that.
I did it on purpose. Stop.
Well, there ain't no accident, so...
Well, I guess I did do it on purpose.
Yes.
Okay, so let me just hold this back up. It's a luscious meadow. Okay, so let's get into the message.
Yes.
Meadows are usually open, sunny places where flora and fauna thrive and flourish. They are havens, and as the trees surrounding the meadows offer protection and shade for the grassy area. Traditionally, they are associated with openness, gentle calm, and relaxation. They are places where the weary traveler can stop and rest to renew his spirit. A meadow is a place where people, as well as animals, gather to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Savor your life, each and every part of it. Take pleasure in slowing down and experiencing each of your senses. Taste your food with full gusto. Inhale the scents of the world around you. Enjoy the colors and textures of your life. This is truly a stop and smell the roses card. Embrace your sensuality. Move in a way.
Yes.
Let pleasure be your password in every intimate part of your life. Allow your life to be less about being productive and more about enjoying each moment with verve. And radiant energy will flow through you in all directions of your life.
Okay, for the radiant energy flowing through. I like that card.
I like that a lot.
I like
that card too.
Yeah.
it's
Any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I do have a thought. You know,
Say
I
it.
do.
Tell
Okay,
your
so
thought.
what it is MVP had. I came home from wherever I was yesterday. Oh, I was at Katie's house. Okay, I had came home from Katie's house, and she was just like, "You want to order a car?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I always say yes, and my card. It was literally like speaking everything that was happening in my life. And this card did too. I am stopping and smelling the roses. So,
Yes.
all right. I hope you all stop and smell the roses
Yes.
as well. So, do it resonate with any of you?
I was just gonna say, I feel like we are the roses because we smelled each other when we hugged and we're like, oh, you smell so good.
Then I was like, no, you smell good. Like we were like, I think we're just reflecting each other right now.
But how'd that card resonate with you?
I feel like pleasure is like, I feel like that's like the sweet spot that everyone always wants to like, experience. And there's so many different ways to experience pleasure. You know what I mean? But I do think that when you're more present, you can feel that all the time, and not to be funny, but to be funny.
Yeah.
I had an experience today. I've been having like, talkies from a vending machine. It's cool. Today, whoa, the bag. I had to like literally sit there and not listen. People were talking to me, and I was like eating the talkies, and I was like almost like kind of holding my finger up, like, hold on, like I'm experiencing something right now.
Yeah,
I need some privacy right now. You know what I mean?
With the talkie.
With the talkie. I could have been like, oh yeah, whatever. Just that's how talkie's supposed to be. But now I was like, you know what? This is actually kind of like
I need a moment.
It's a moment, right? I love that.
That's wonderful.
And it's those simple things like that's pleasurable.
You know what I mean?
And you have to be in the moment, like you said. And I feel like pleasure is us, and I feel like it's naturally we're naturally pleasured or pleasurable. Like we want to enjoy life and experience things from a pleasure standpoint. So I vibe with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes even today, I sat down and I ate, and I'm working back on because I was, and then how you be off and on, but I'm working back on like when I'm eating, like I'm only eating.
Being present,
and I'm being present with the meal, and I'm just enjoying it and just eating it. So I did that earlier today, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna watch nothing. I'm not gonna have my phone. I'm just gonna sit here and appreciate and enjoy my meal. So
Amen.
It was very pleasurable.
Yeah, it makes the day last longer.
Yeah. Facts.
Right? 'Cause I'm really in here right now.
Let's go. Enjoy each moment, whether it be pleasurable or not. We can make it pleasurable.
Because if you're with it in the present moment, that is your pleasure.
Yes.
Hopefully we're doing what we love and loving what we do. And if we're in the moment with that, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. And can I also add, whoa.
Yes.
I feel like also pain can feel the same. Like, have you ever like...
That's why I get tattoos.
You know what I mean? There's like, what is it? What am I trying to say? There's like,
there's pleasure in pain.
In pain.
There we go. Y'all speaking right now.
Yeah.
There's something
So
beautiful.
that's why I get tattoos. Sometimes I'll be like, I really want it. I just get like a real itch for it.
When
I
you're
remember
like,
when I did that the last time I had got this tattoo.
I'm already knowing, like, that's one great way to put it. And then also, like, you ever like held something so much and then like, let's say like comes out, whether it's like anger or like a good cry session, and then after, whoo,
you feel better.
It's like getting a knot out of your back.
Because you were holding on to it.
Yeah, and it feels like pain maybe, but then after it's like,
it feels way better when you just let it go.
It's the release.
Yeah. So I feel like we have to acknowledge pain.
I appreciate that.
Pleasure too.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because that just made me think about some things. But anyway, that's good. So enjoy life, guys. Find the pleasures of life. Be in the present moment with life, because I think it is pleasurable. And let's pull some Be Inspired messages. Now, I gave you, this is your bag. You get to keep it.
So cute.
Take it home and read it every day.
Oh my God. Sorry. You have so many of these.
Yes, there's like 45 in there.
Oh my God.
Somewhere
one
about.
of these is gonna, actually a few of these probably gonna hit.
They all gonna hit.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Rachel. Let her know, Rachel. I picked out 3, so I guess we'll each read 3.
Okay.
I'll start. My first one says, compassion is sweet. Compassion is sweet. That's pretty much it to me. It's sweet.
I say mine,
Yeah,
right?
go ahead.
I'm going to go off of you. Money is sweet on me.
Oh,
I am sweet on my money.
okay. Period. I like how you said that with a little
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you read these messages, you got to just say them with a little and a little energy.
I got to get in character. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
okay. What you got, Rach?
I think we get this message
Every
quite
time.
a bit, but it's probably because we really need to bask in it. But the message is the world is your stage. Come from behind the curtain. The art show. I did do that.
Yes, you did.
Formally introduced myself to Las Vegas, Nevada, as the artist, fantastic artist. Hold on, I might add.
Yeah,
Anyway.
add it all.
So
Don't leave nothing out.
people were definitely enjoying the artwork. Got lots of feedback. So
Okay.
that was nice.
I love that.
Your art was so beautiful.
Thank you so
by the
much.
way.
Yeah.
I appreciate
So
that.
wonderful.
So fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had a whole conversation about
We were just like in
we
front
were
of
we
your
were
art.
talking. Yeah,
We were just
yeah,
like talking it up.
yeah.
Oh, I love
We
that.
could have had that too.
You and your
Art was
friends.
really cool
Oh, I
too.
appreciate
I loved
that.
your wall,
Thank
too.
you. I had it. We'll talk about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
later.
we will.
Okay.
We will.
Yes. Okay. Mine says, enjoy yourself. Okay. That's
And period.
Enjoy yourself.
period.
That's it.
Enjoy
yourself.
yourself.
Reminds me of that Jackson 5 song.
Oh, I don't think I know that one. Take my black card. They always take my black card away in here.
Oh,
Anyways.
my black card got taken away this morning. So
Oh, what'd
yeah.
you do? Or what did
I
you do?
couldn't tell you what they brought up a show,
And you didn't know what show it was?
but I'm used to that at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, my lock's long.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I got for you.
It's okay. You know.
I ain't watch all the movies. I'm sorry.
You know it's okay.
All right. Mine is the world is my mirror. I see my self reflection.
Yeah.
We got all kind of
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is true though. Everyone's a mirror. I always say that.
I believe that to be true. Even and not just the pleasurable mirrors.
Oh, definitely
but the
not.
painful mirrors as
The
well.
painful mirrors are like the best
Right.
lessons right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There
Someone
you
gets you
go.
mad, that's you.
Yep.
That's you right there. Ooh.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh, we gotta
That
have a time.
work on
Yes.
you have to, that means
Yes.
you have to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's very difficult,
Fine.
but we
What-
all need to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it. It is very difficult. Anyway,
That's all right.
remember the God in you.
Yeah.
So that just goes right along with what
That
I
was
just said.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Remember the God in you. You are in control of your life. No one or nothing or anything is going to come down here and save you.
Ooh. Except
Mm.
you. Ooh.
Except you.
Nothing is going to come.
Yeah.
No one's going to show up. You need to show up.
Yeah. Show up for you.
Yeah.
Oh, period. All day, every day,
Every day.
every moment.
Come on.
My fire is my passion. I look for ways to light myself up.
Whoa.
And I'm so happy I pulled that message. I haven't gotten that message in a long time. And today I did something I haven't done in a long time either, which was I wrote a song.
Oh wow.
I had went to go get my car fixed. Well, I can't get it fixed till tomorrow, but I went to go get it fixed. I woke up early, left early, and the guy was like, "Oh, we got to order the part. We can't do it till tomorrow." So I was like, "Well, I got all this time. I wasn't going to be doing nothing anyways." And so I just went to this little cafe and I was just listening to some beats and thinking of these ideas, and a little hook came to me and I liked it a lot. And then so I just wrote a little spoken word piece to go to it.
Are you want me to sing it?
Speaks.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
MVP.
So, and I realized like I've been doing different things like with the art and just like working and all these different things. And when I do something like that, like write a song or write a poem or, you know, both, like it just made me feel so good. And I was actually like in the zone, and I haven't been in the zone in a minute. So it felt real good. And I really felt lit up by that. I felt like that was my passion. So
Wow.
it was a good time. I had a good time with myself today.
Wow. What a day.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's a pretty day.
All right. What you closing us out with? Are you closing us out or Rachel is? You did 3 already?
Yeah.
No, I did
Okay.
too.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine says Snicker
Mm.
at life.
I love this.
Happy face.
Enjoy yourself. Snicker at live.
Snickers, great chocolate. Wow.
Yes.
I'm just playing.
Snickers do be good though.
Snickers do be good.
I haven't had one in a minute, but it's okay.
Okay, come on. We're gonna have a talkies moment with a Snickers. Later.
Okay, yes.
That's what we need.
Snicker at life. All right, Rachel, what you closing us out with?
I bring only the best of yesterday into today. And
That's
I do.
great.
I bring only the best. Yesterday was actually wonderful. I've been having some wonderful days. And so, yeah, we're going to bring the best of it.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite ones. They're all my favorite. You know why? Because I made them.
Absolutely.
They're all mine. So those are your Be Inspired inspirational messages for today, guys. If you want to get your own bag, you can hit me up. There's 45 different messages in there to just assist you, guide you, remind you along your journey of how great and amazing you are. So you might as well cop a bag. Don't be, I couldn't think of a rhyme, but get one because you're going to love it. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you guys where to pull up, don't pull out to this weekend. We have some great events lined up for you this Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. at Analog Dope is Gems, a youth poetry showcase. Aww. This is a poetic showcase put on by Manifest Academy, hosted by Niece. It is going to be, it's for the youth. So we're encouraging all youth to come out to do poetry, to get on the mic and say what you want to say. And there's also going to be some adult guest headliners like myself and the Falcon. I'm not sure who else is on the lineup, but it's super fun from 1 to 3. And that's at Analog Dope. This Saturday also is poetry showcase presented to you by Poetic Gems, and this is going to be at the Multicultural Bookstore from 4 until 7 p.m. This is it's curated, so if there's time, there'll be an open mic at the end, but we have some phenomenal poets lined up to spit their truth to you at this event. It is $10, 18 and under is free, and that is to support and encourage the support of the spaces in our community, so the Black-owned bookstore, Multicultural Bookstore, and then also to support the artists, giving them a platform that is not it's not flashy, it's not big microphone. We don't even got a microphone. It's not microphones and and lights. It's intimate and it's meaningful. Not to say that these other events are not, because I love big stages and lights, so don't even let me fool you on that. But it's a great opportunity for poets to connect with the audience and to really not feel rushed like in a slam, be able to just take their time and spit their truth about whatever's on their mind. So that is coming up. Also, we have coming up, let me pull it up. I'm going to read it. You guys ready? Here we go. Flamed. New comedy show for those who like to laugh. Up and coming rising stars go into a head-on battle of the dozens. After rounds of their best material, someone will leave with the gas and the rest will be sizzled, barbecued, flamed. May 31st, 8 p.m. This is 18 and over. Tickets are $5 online. Or $10 at the door. And this is located at the Holly Vegas Studios. If you never heard of it, you might not because it's new. 317 South 6th Street, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's called Flamed. It's a comedy cipher. Now that's super fire. I never even heard of that. So I think that's super cool. Also on the 31st, welcome back Paint and Poetry Night at City of the World Art Gallery. That's hosted by myself and Psychedelic Chola. Wonderful. That is from 5:30 into 7. That is an all-age event. There'll be a paint session led by Chola and then also an open mic led by me. Okay? And who's ready for Meatless Mondays? Vegas, it's time to go meatless. Join us for the soft launch of Meatless Mondays on Memorial Day, May 26th. There will be vegan foods, DJs, and amazing vibes in downtown Las Vegas. Free entry. So make sure you follow Meatless on Mun and see you there. And that time is, did I already say the time? Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't say the time. So if you want to find out about Meatless Mondays on May 26th, go to @Meatless on Mun, MON. Okay, check it out if you want to up-level your lifestyle and choose a meatless Monday. Okay?
All right.
Pull up, don't pull out, guys. Those are the events. If you want to put your event on my show, just hit me up and let me know, and we'll get you on air so people can come out and take care, talk about your stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into it. We have our guest, Gaia Speaks. This is my cousin. Cousin. You know why we're cousins? If you tell me why, call in and tell me why we're cousins. Then I'll give you a prize. I don't know what the prize will be or when you're going to get it, but you'll definitely get a prize.
And it's not the logs.
It's not
You
the
know
lot.
what's funny is when I saw you the first time, I was like, I feel like we had similar logs.
Oh.
The most similar that I've seen.
Okay.
But I got to read it.
It's all right. I haven't got one.
No. It was like after like 7 months for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the journey. Anyway,
Yeah.
forgive me.
You know, and that's why I love locks, because even if
Right.
you don't get a retwist, I get compliments on my locks
Oh, yeah.
all the time. I'm like, this.
Yeah.
Wait,
this.
love the
wait till
frizz.
it's fresh, then you're really gonna see. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I love it. It's fine regardless.
Period.
So, Gaia, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy that you're here. And we wanted to bring you on because you were a part of our recent art show,
Wow.
the Diaspora Spirit Guides and Culture Art Show, which was, by the way, a phenomenal event.
It was.
Both days.
No notes.
People showed up. They pulled up. They did not pull out at all. We got babies everywhere. You know, it was so good. Like, I can't even explain it. So shout out to Psychedelic Chola and all the Sister Circle team for, just having, she had the vision and they really brought it to life. We all brought it to life. And
Wait.
what?
Like, shout out to Chola, seriously, but I want to give her more than a shout out. So she had this vision, right? And
Yes.
we all had helped with the vision or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, but it is very difficult to curate an art show.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
You've done it.
Oh
yes.
yeah, it's really difficult because you think you only need A, B, and C, okay? But then you actually need A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. Elemental P might come on up in there, but you realize you need all this stuff, and you need the support. You need the support. So I really appreciate Christina for putting such a wonderful show together for us. Yeah, we helped out, but I'm giving you the dang on props right now.
Yeah.
The
Prop it
spotlight is
up.
on you. Spotlight is on you right now because it was your idea. To see so many people show up and the vendors just spill in there and put all their products out there and stuff. I was walking around eating stuff.
Yes.
But anyway, it was
Shout out
wonderful.
to all the vendors.
Right. I couldn't hardly visit any of the vendors because I was very busy. But
Yes.
the ones I did see, you guys were great. But Christina, you deserve an award.
Yes.
She
You
does.
deserve an award for that. So big
Round
ups
of
to
applause.
you. Thank you so much for that
you,
show.
Christina.
I definitely hope to work with you again. I know I will. I was just saying. It was a wonderful
Yeah.
show.
We
Okay.
better work with her again after all that success.
We're not fired.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, hope not.
We're not fired.
That's
So
funny.
I know that Rachel and I are part of the Sister Circle. That's how we knew about it and
Yes.
helped, whatever. Gaia, how did you hear about the event and how did you get on board with it as a featured artist? Because you were one of our featured artists.
Yeah. So the sun was shining bright on this day.
Yes.
And I was sent an address to come and meet
Oh,
the
that-
grand Christina.
Oh, meet me at the secret location.
Tola.
Yes.
And I
A black limousine came and got you or something.
was an
It's what it
Escalade.
sound like. Okay.
I was an Escalade.
Okay.
35-minute ride.
Oh,
I live in the South.
you was in a journey.
No, this is literally how it went. And then I remember when I went inside because I had what can I call this? A quest basically
Okay.
to fulfill. That's what I heard. And then so I
Okay.
walked inside and there was incense burning and there was a table in the middle of the room.
So divine.
Gaia.
And Chola said, come sit.
I feel like she had a crystal ball right there too.
Yeah.
She's giving me all the vibes.
When I tell you, I'm literally not joking.
That's how it
This
went.
is how it looked to me. Like, this is how it like
I
looked to
love
me.
that.
So I sit down and incense is like hitting my face. Smells good. Okay. And I'm here. And so basically she's just telling me, about all the success that she's had.
Yeah.
This is a very quick conversation. Right. I've had a lot of success in paintings. I have my paintings in this place and that place and this place and that place. And I feel like I need to share this with other people.
Yeah.
I started crying
Oh.
so much. No, this was like, I'm telling you, like the lights were dim. Like it was crazy.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Gaia.
I really mean, like I know I'm joking, but I'm not. Like,
I know what you're saying.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and she was like, I just think like you're such a vibe, and I want you to be a part of this art show that I'm doing. I think you're really talented, and mind you, I've never been in an art show. I've done paintings, and like I'm very like you just gotta know me. Like I paint my clothes.
Yeah.
Like if you saw, I did like a 24-hour event. It's called Earthbound, and I
Okay.
like painted a bunch of stuff. Like I painted luggage, I painted like mannequins. Like I was just doing a bunch of stuff. So if you know me, like you know that, but she didn't even really like, she didn't have to know. She didn't have to reach
Yeah.
out. I showed her my sketches and stuff, and in that point, like she's like, yeah, we want you on this art show, and she didn't even know I was Latina at first. You know what I mean? I was like, oh girl, it's deep, because no one knows about that either. No one really
Yeah.
asked about that, but I'm Latina. Full.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like super cool. So that was like really blessed. Like the way it just happened was like a blessing, and yes,
Aw.
it looked just like that. Like
I love
she
that.
like gave me a crystal, and I had to like, I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
It's a whole
Yeah, it was like
vibe.
a whole thing. Like
That's so wonderful.
really. So that's how I got into it. Like,
Okay.
and I'm very grateful for it, because I got to like be around like incredible people. I feel like I got initiated. That's kind of what that
Yes.
felt like.
Yeah,
That
like
moment
an
for me.
Initiation.
Initiation.
Okay.
Welcome
Yeah.
to our sister cult.
I like it.
Yeah. Wait.
I like it too. Wait, what?
We go to our. What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing. I
Oh,
said
period.
sister cult.
Sister. Yeah.
So how did your journey as a visual artist begin?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mm.
It
was a dark
warm
night.
sunny day.
I saw you, and I was like, wait, hold on, let me do it too. As a visual artist, okay, so first and foremost, I'm a video editor, videographer. That was first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 6th grade.
Okay.
Really?
That's deep. Yeah, really deep in that. Still doing that. That's my bread and butter
Okay.
to this day.
I love that.
COVID came.
Good old COVID.
It gave me some time to think.
Mhm.
And then I remember I really like Bob Ross. You know?
Oh, really? That's fire.
I
Yeah.
have some
I love
landscape,
Bob Ross.
right? Because
Yeah.
I needed that patience. I needed that like chill vibe, because
Yeah.
painting was terrifying to me when I first like I used to have like really talented friends who painted, and I never wanted to paint with them. So they were so talented.
That is me
yeah,
too.
that's how I
right?
feel.
Yep.
What?
Yeah,
Wait a
but this
second.
is about Gaia.
I know.
Well,
Yes, me too.
reflection. The world is my reflection.
Look, I'm like me too. I'm like you too.
right? Okay, all of us, right?
Right.
Right. And then so I never painted in front of them, but COVID
Okay.
gave me like a lot of time. And one day Bob Ross was like, he doesn't judge you. Right?
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
doesn't.
pretty little mistake,
Pretty little
Yeah,
mistake.
Right.
Aw.
Like
Happy little mistake. Happy
Happy
mistake.
little mistake.
happy mistake. And he'd be like with the little
Yeah.
if you know, if you know. But yeah, and I started that way, and it evolved. Like when I say it evolved, and it wasn't until I did community work that I feel like my artistry, my craft got incredibly better.
Really?
That was an entirely different like level. That
So
I
were
don't
you
think.
doing something like for the community painting, or just in the community that helped you be more creative?
So when I started the Vegas Creative Network, so
Okay.
I have an organization,
Okay.
and we started just doing events.
Nice.
But within that, like I felt like this freedom, like, with it. And I started getting these events, and I started painting on the stuff that I was wearing and becoming like a character. Like I think I've mentioned that earlier, right? character. Like
Yeah,
I like to be a character.
Yeah.
That's what Gaia Speaks is.
That's what we are,
right?
All characters.
We're just like kind of playing out like a character
A
that we
character
always
in
want.
this simulation.
Yes.
Right? You know, because we can just be regular, and that doesn't sound fun to me.
It's not fun.
So,
It's not fun.
you know, when I was hosting, I'd be like over the top, like, you know, outfits, and
Yes.
I need an entrance, like stuff like that, you
Oh,
know?
I love that.
Yeah, like,
I'm
and
like,
stuff
I need to
painted.
be over the top.
I have like
Yeah.
a snowsuit, and it's like all painted, and with like the snow goggles, and it's like a desert that we live in.
Oh, wow. I love it.
But stuff like that, like I really jumped into that character.
Okay.
So painting, like it just evolved. And this year and last year, I've been like really diving into like I'm a painter.
Okay.
You know, statement.
Yes.
Instead of just painting, I paint. I'm a painter. So I've been really stepping into that role
love that.
recently. Yeah.
So, go ahead.
So COVID made you
Yeah.
stop, and that's when
Ooh.
you started painting.
COVID made me, there's a lot more time. I wasn't around people, you know, to get like, you know, what's the word? Like embarrassed. To be cringe, right?
You
know,
weren't
I'm not
judging-
in school. I'm not like
you weren't
school
worried
was
about
like,
people judging you.
Yo, school was like I was not going to be weird. Like in high school, no, I can never dare. But now I'm like, I gotta be weird.
Now you can
Okay.
just be you.
I gotta be.
And I know you said weird, and I get it, but I don't think it's weird. I think it's just being authentic and just true to yourself and being open to whatever it is that you're open to,
Yeah.
because that's who you are.
Yeah.
That's the character you're choosing.
I think weird is a beautiful compliment. You know, when people say you're weird, it's like different.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Thank
different.
you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I don't
that.
think it's anything
Well,
wrong with it,
I learned that it means different things on different
Yeah.
depending upon
where you're from, but you know, weird where we from mean you dress emo and you listen to heavy metal,
Right.
You know, that's what weird means where we from. But yes, I like weird.
It's like eclectic. It's like
Yes.
yeah.
Ooh, eclectic is a great
it's
word.
just like
Yeah, I like being weird. It's fine.
I think weird is necessary.
yeah.
We need that. Like the people that we find like really weird. You know what we were saying earlier, reflection? Like if there's a person that like is just like weird to you, like that's necessary. Right? It's kind of like let's get deep. So
Okay.
like, you know, like back in the day, like there's like roles like kings and queens.
Yes.
But then there's the Joker, the jester. But like those roles are important because without the Joker, they wouldn't like push the boundaries. Like they wouldn't show people other things.
Yes.
They wouldn't joke about what the king's saying because no one would dare.
Right.
Right. But the jokester is a jokester.
Yeah.
And he's gonna make people laugh. He's gonna like lighten the mood up. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So I've always liked the archetype. I'd
And
rather be the
he's-
jokester.
so
Yes.
so the
Yes.
the Joker is loved and hated though because
Yes.
they like
Yes.
you play too
Tough
damn
role.
much.
Yeah.
It's a tough role.
Play too much.
You play entirely too much. Don't nobody want to hear what you're talking about.
But we all need to hear it.
Right, but
Right.
it's funny though.
It's necessary, but yeah.
It is necessary, and I think it's important to. I think that's very important, like to be able to make a light of situations and
Yes.
to bring the joy and the pleasure. Like, you know,
Come on.
it's important.
Yeah.
So all them class clowns.
We love you.
Oh, I
Definitely.
loved. I was the student that would
Definitely.
get put out with the class clown because I'm laughing.
Man. And I'm a substitute, so they picked the wrong one because I'm laughing too. Like, oh,
Come on.
motherfucker is funny.
I love somebody that's funny.
I
Like,
couldn't
thank
even
you.
be mad at
Yeah.
you.
It's tough crowd. For
Mad,
real.
I didn't think of that.
I was definitely getting put out of class for laughing at the class
At
clown.
the class
Like,
clown.
wait, what? It was funny.
Man.
So, do you think that shaped your style,
the what shape? Bob.
the character?
Oh.
Because Bob is mostly
yeah.
landscape,
Yes.
and he just and you know he's mostly landscape. Like that's his
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Pretty trees.
Okay, so when you was doing Bob, you was just like, well, what you say when you was doing Bob?
when I was doing Bob, I was like, okay,
Okay.
mountain. You know what I mean? Okay,
Yes.
rock with a little bit of texture. I was like genuinely seeing what paint did
Okay.
for the first time,
I love
right?
that.
Like certain tools and like how he used it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa. And then like to see what he made and like what I made, like I made some cool stuff off of his tutorials. like-
Okay.
and that was like, I think it was just kind of like that confirmation. Does that make sense? Like okay, maybe I can paint.
Yeah.
That was it.
Thank you.
And it wasn't like my style at all.
Yeah,
I don't really do landscapes anymore.
Yeah.
I like
Yes, so
Okay,
that is
here we
so
are.
that's there you go. So when you was doing Bob, you was like, I like these, Bob.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, we have gone very far, and
Yeah.
I feel like the name Gaia Speaks is funny to me because I love Gaia Speaks.
Let's
It's so
talk about your
powerful.
name.
Yeah, Gaia, Mother Nature, Earth, feminine, right?
Yes.
Speaks was harder for me to come up with than Gaia.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, Gaia is beautiful, but what is Gaia? What
Gaia what? Right.
Right. And Speaks is like, I feel like I came into that because it started off as a business name for videography. So I wasn't even like really like in front of the camera or anything.
Okay.
But eventually I became like a host, became an interviewer,
yes.
kind of like manifested into that name.
Yes.
Per.
Right. You named yourself and now look.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the funny thing is whatever the name is, it's still true to me, but I feel like the more that I evolve, I'm getting more into like edgier kind of art.
Okay.
The older that I get, like I'm into like the ugly characters and like I actually brought one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So hold on.
What's it
I
say?
made this. Hold on. Let me tell you some lore. Let me tell you some lore. So I created this like a few hours before Sunday's art gallery.
Okay.
So I can just put it right on top because I feel like I had a lot more room than I thought.
Okay.
And
to display your art.
yeah. And then I was like, okay, Christina, I'm just gonna like paint some more. I'm a painter. I should be able to go home and just paint some out and just come back home. So I've been making more uglier characters. And don't get me wrong, like I feel like, Bob, but like you obviously can see like a Basquiat influence as well. I went to go see Basquiat's gallery in LA that his family put on. And I also saw I went to the Art Basel. Right before
The Art Basel.
the Art Basel, you know the Art Basel?
I don't know what that is.
Cousin, the Art Basel is like the biggest like.
I'm just
gallery
new
out
to
here.
this painting.
No,
thing.
it's okay. I'm just letting you know, but it's like the biggest thing. No tea, no shade. I have the best,
Okay.
but we'll move on.
okay.
Because I had a great time at Basquiat's gallery. Okay.
Yes.
Because when I went, his family put it together, right? And so he had like childhood sketches. He had
Oh,
like
wow.
videos of him, right? Like never before seen things. And it was
Wow.
really beautiful. And he had all types of stuff. Some stuff that was like crazy to see. And then some stuff that was like cool little like doodles.
Yeah.
And then it like changed my perspective for me. And on top of that, his canvases, he didn't have like canvas. Like he painted on doors and fridges. This is I broke apart a bookshelf.
Yeah.
And it literally
I
broke
can see
apart even more. Like I tried to hang it up in my apartment and it like fell. Craziest
Okay.
noise I ever heard in my life. But it was what? So she's 30.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him down for now. But yeah, like I just started getting into more edgier
love
stuff.
that.
Yeah, like and I like I'm a huge fan of MTV.
Okay.
Super edgy things. Like I got into like Nirvana's more, and because it's the weird that has been taking me, like I'm like intrigued by it now.
Oh, I love that.
Instead of being like, that's a lot, it's weird, I'm kind of like, ooh,
Yeah.
I
Let me
didn't think
get
of
into
that.
it.
And that really also changed. I went to Coachella
Okay.
a few times, but the first time I went,
a few times.
3 times. The first time I went, it like changed my mind. It like changed my world. I always say that it broke my world and made it bigger.
I
because,
love-
like,
oh,
Everybody pushed boundaries. Every single artist you saw was like, whoa, that's a lot. And almost,
I love people that push
right?
it. I
Almost-
do.
yeah.
almost
This is so
uncomfortable,
fun.
right?
No, I
Like, you're
want
sitting
you
there
to
like,
be
I think that's
uncomfortable.
good though.
I like it.
right.
I want you to be uncomfortable.
And
Tell
then-
me why you uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then in that little uncomfortable
Yep.
threshold,
Yeah.
I want to just be in there.
In
I want to
there.
live there.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep pushing boundaries. Like I want to keep like, Gaia Speaks is cute and all, but like I want y'all to see more. I want to go
Yeah.
deeper in there. You know what I mean?
Wow. I love that. I feel like it, for me, like being a new painter or even open to the idea of being a visual artist, like for me, I think I'm always in my mind like, oh, it's got to look like this or it's got to be so, whatever. But I'm learning that it's got to be what I make it to be.
Yeah.
Like, and even if I'm trying to like learn how to make something, like I was trying to, I made an Africa on one of my paintings.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to make the Africa because I was trying to make it so like perfect. Like, and I finally had to be like, mother sucker, like, just make it how you make it. Use it as a reference, but don't try to make it perfect. It's not a thing. Just do it how.
Well, because even the map is wrong.
Right. You know,
Ooh,
that's a whole nother thing.
goodness. You just opened
I don't
up
want to talk about that. Right.
So,
but but I'm learning even like this is inspiring to me. And just thinking about painting on different surfaces and being weird and don't have I feel like my mind is confined to a particular mindset about being an artist. Yeah. But as I do more art, I can feel my mind opening. I can feel like the expansion of myself. And so I think I'm happy that happened to you. That's amazing. Because I feel like you said, that little weird spot or that uncomfortability, like that's where you want to get in and get dirty.
Get real comfortable in there.
Get real comfortable in there.
It's fun in there.
Can I also add too? I feel like when it comes to like, I don't know, I feel like my train of thought might have left.
That's all right. Bring it back. Where you at? Bring it back.
PvP says the obvious. Like, clearly you're trying to bring it back. Clearly you're trying to bring it back.
Honestly, just to add, I just feel like there's so many things I could say here, you know? Yeah. I think one thing for me is I've loved the idea of like letting go and making ugly art. Yeah. Like that's what I want to do right now. You know?
But I know why you say it's ugly.
Right. And
it's because
how it might be perceived.
No, it's because the art that's in the grand museums is realism.
Yeah.
It's mostly realism. I mean, they do put focus on other eras of art, but I really do feel like if someone feel like you or see that you can't do realism or don't do realism, they just like, oh, okay, well, whatever, I'll go over here. So I get why you say it's ugly, but it's not ugly to me.
No, like I think like I totally agree with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying,
I know,
right?
Because it's the standard. It's this box.
Yeah,
like
I'm not trying to like look cute for anyone right now.
And
that's kind of what I want to show. And like, you know, and especially especially I don't know, as a woman, right? I don't care to be perceived in any type of way anymore. I feel like I've been here, you know, on earth for a little bit, and like I was worried about it a lot, about, you know, oh, like, well, if I don't look like this, if my hair isn't like this or whatever,
right?
But now it's like, oh my goodness, like I think that part is like the best part of me though, right? Like even the second day I had a blazer and made my hair kind of weird, and like in those moments I feel like super cool, like you know, where I'm not really in anything, like I'm really in my own energy.
I love that.
And I feel like I can stand right next to my art and be like, yup, you know,
the freedom of like you're already becoming you.
Yes,
but it's almost like you need to accept you.
So
when you accept you, you do what you want to do. And you don't care. That's why these older women be walking around here with purple hair, orange shoes, and blue shorts, because they're just like, well, F you, I'm happy. This is what I want to do. And listen to what they say when someone like interviewed them. And they say, why do you dress like this? Oh, I just felt like I had to, you know, be a brunette or a blonde or a black hair. I had to fit in this stupid box. You know, I worked in corporate. We couldn't color our hair. I've always wanted to do that. And now that I'm retired, I'm free. I'm going to color my hair pink, and I'm going to wear pink shorts.
Right. Freedom.
I think so many. Yeah, that's fun. That's absolutely fun.
That is wealth.
Because I feel like a lot of people attach themselves to things that really don't belong to them anyway, right? Like, I feel like if you took everything from me, I'm gonna still be me. I still have everything within me. But like, for example, if you take away someone's like job or something, right? Like some people like gonna go through these like things where, who am I? right? After they get like maybe a lot of money.
Yes.
They might have a lot of money, then maybe they don't have it another day. And it's just like, wait, who am I? I can't attach myself to these things anymore. And
so that means
chill.
this person
Right.
literally made themselves
Yes,
money. Like
come on.
you identified as money.
right, like you identify as this thing when it's like it's not that though, you
It's
know,
not that,
because they even tell you like you can get all the money in the world but also not be happy, right? It's like we know that, but
Yes.
it's like I just think it's when you're in your particular energy, it's just everyone has such a unique thing to them, and if you're not in that, you are just you're not adding anything to yourself to anyone else, right? Because you have your gift,
Right.
everyone has a gift.
Yes.
And it's like if you're scared to like put it out because you're, you know, you want to make sure like your hair's long. Because imagine if my hair's not long, like I'm not feminine, I'm not a woman anymore. And it's like, of course not. No one can ever take
Right.
that from you, right? It's like
Right.
stuff like that where it's like no. And you see women who like shave their head.
Yeah, I
and
loved
then,
when I shaved my hair. It was
right.
fun.
And then but then you have like and I've seen women who've done that and they're like they go through this thing, right? Of like, oh, I've always been beautiful, and it's like always a beautiful moment.
It's humbling,
you
right?
have, yes.
especially for someone that is vain. I knew a girl that cut her hair off because she knew she was vain. So she was trying something new. She was literally
Beautiful.
transforming herself.
Yeah.
Hair does not make us, but we are taught that it does.
Yeah.
We grow up believing that our hair is everything. If your hair ain't straight, if it's not long or whatever.
Oh man.
I remember when I started playing around with
We
my
could do a
hair,
whole
and
show
I
on
made
that.
my mom
Yes, we
so
can.
uncomfortable. I made my mom so uncomfortable. I had my hair
all
like
the time
standing
I
on my
do.
hair, standing on my head. Like I just had it just like
Yes.
I just had it on, and she was just like, "What is this? What is that?" I was like, "What? I like this. You don't like this? I like this."
Oh,
I
wow.
like this. And then when I cut it off, I just kept making her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She just couldn't understand like
And-
why I was cutting my hair. Why are you cutting your hair? Your hair is your glory.
Because someone told her that, huh?
Yes.
That's what
Right.
her beliefs are.
Yes.
When it's
And-
like you're always gonna be beautiful, you know, like you know, and that's the
Yes,
thing, like
the
right?
Beauty. I was
Then I just
talking.
kept cutting on it.
I was talking
Her.
to Rachel last night about how when I was a teenager, a freshman, I got in trouble at school. I was not getting my grades up or something. And my hair was long, but my mother like cut, chop, cut my hair to almost nothing
Oof.
because I cared more about my hair than I
Oh,
did
that's tough, though.
my schoolwork. It was traumatizing. as
Yeah,
fuck.
that's
But I also feel like she was jealous of my hair or
Wow.
uncomfortable by it. And I know she probably didn't like doing it because
Oh, that's
I
so
always
deep.
remember her being like,
That's an envious move.
what are we going to do with your hair? Like it was
Yeah.
so much work for her. Bless her heart. May she
Wow.
rest in peace. I love you, mama, forever.
wow.
But so, yeah, we can have these identities like tied to of course, how we look and our appearance. But that's not us.
Right. And
know?
I think like with all of us here at the table, like all of our art probably did something like that, right? To other people, right? That at least I got to see something different,
Yeah.
and experience something different, right? And like that's what we do it for, right? In our experience, like we know what we know, but like people came in there who they're not in the art world, right? Like they're not in their creative, they're not in that threshold
So
all
they
the
see
time,
it differently. Yeah.
right? They see differently, but sometimes like that breaks people, like
Yeah.
it breaks people through, like when
Yeah.
they get like offended or something. I think that's great,
Yeah, for real.
right? Or something like uncomfortable.
Because
All
it's not even the art that it's you uncomfortable with you
yeah, there's something right
that makes you
Ah,
uncomfortable.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Like, and looking at all the artists, woo,
There was a
like
lot.
there was a lot being said
Yes.
in that room, in those rooms.
Mother Suckers is talented.
Yeah, that
and creative.
Come on,
I kept looking at your art because
thank
it
you.
makes it's very playful,
yes,
but it does make people think like,
It's a
well,
statement.
what is the artist thinking?
yeah, yeah,
Because that's what I'll be thinking when I see different art like that. When you're not in the dang on box,
Right.
Come on, outside
I
of the
always
box.
be like, okay, I want to talk to them.
Yes.
I want to talk to them.
yes,
I want to talk to them.
yeah. We had a little moment too.
Yeah,
had
we
a
did.
conversation.
Because we'll talk after. But yeah, we totally did. We did.
Can I actually tell you
Yeah.
what I think when I so a huge part of me in my life is alchemy.
Okay.
Just kind of turning a situation, better. And a lot of those pieces were just like plain and ordinary. Like the bookshelf that I got across, or the tote bag, the duffel bag.
Yes.
Those were stuff that I just didn't touch. And I was like, how can I like revamp this? Like, how can I make this like something beautiful?
Yeah.
The record player, all white,
Yes.
but I made it into like a whole thing. And that's like what I want to do with everything. Like,
I love that.
at least
I
like
get
it
chills.
might be this right now and you might not think too much of it, but like I love to go in there and like transform it into something that's like a story that's fun, that's something that says something, but yeah, that's like a big thing.
I think it definitely makes people think, like stop and be like, like what is, it sure did. I was like, I didn't expect it. Everyone else's art was like on a canvas.
No canvas.
Something.
I wanted no canvas. That was like my biggest goal. No canvas.
And I love that because I feel like it gives you so much more opportunity to create because you're not just on a canvas. You're on a.
I also say too, everything that I painted on tells a story on its own.
Yes.
Right? Like a mannequin. Like
Yes.
I've never seen a painted mannequin, which I'm sure it's a thing, but like I haven't, but like it says something, right?
Yes.
The record player says something.
Yes.
Broken bookshelf, like
Says
it
something.
already speaks for itself.
Yes.
I'm just like adding on to it.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful.
Yes.
We have about 3 minutes or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're so happy that you were on the show.
So fun.
I'm so happy that we're connected now, and I know we're going to continue to do more things.
Absolutely.
And personally, I thank you for inspiring me, for helping me to see a different way. And I feel like that's what we all can do for each other, like give each other a different perspective, give each other something to think about or, rethink
Yeah.
as we continue to create on our journey. Because like you said, you're a painter. I'm a painter. I gotta say
come
it.
on.
I gotta
First
say
time?
it.
Did you like,
Yeah, this was my first time
Saying,
ever
like,
doing
First
paint.
time doing paint.
but like, what, like
paintings or
saying
anything?
like I'm a painter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
And really,
couldn't
like-
say that. I
Oh,
really
you, so
said
you,
it.
you totally just said it to the world.
I just said it,
And
So-
you are. And it was.
and I am. So, the first
Add that to
thing,
your
the
repertoire.
first thing we know, like we gotta speak it, and you don't have to wait for the art show to speak it. You
Right.
can speak it right now before you even pick up a brush, because whatever you say is who you are. You create yourself, your character. So
And that's why your name is MVP Speaks.
yeah, because I got a lot to
Snap.
say.
Yeah.
But I notice more as I more evolve. Like I have a lot to say, but I really don't want to say shit. So it's very interesting. So, anyways, it's not about me, but
It is actually.
it's all about me, mother suckers. But yeah. So definitely, we're gonna have you back on the show again.
Thank you.
I feel like we can have some really good conversations.
Oh, yeah.
I really want to touch on the hair thing.
I would love to.
Because I
would
think
love to
that's
do
a
that.
Identity,
I think
whatever.
that's a
I'm
great
down.
conversation to have because it's so important and it's so relevant in these days. And one day I am going to shut it all down, but right
You
now,
are?
yeah, one
I will
day.
too, probably.
One day,
Really, guys?
But like I'm like
else?
way too far. I'm like I'm not even halfway in.
yeah.
Okay.
How long you been locked?
4
Oh,
years.
4?
I want
Okay.
like low key 10.
Yeah,
And then we'll
nice.
see. I feel like somewhere in my 30s, I'm gonna be.
I've been locked. When we locked down from COVID, that's when I locked down.
Yeah, same.
So
Same.
exciting.
Interesting.
Look at us
My
now.
hair's been locked
Speaks.
for 3 years, almost 4. And
Yeah, your
Your
hair's
locks are so
fire.
pretty.
Thank you
So
so much.
beautiful. She always has them
Moment of
colored
silence
and
for-
beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Anyways. So yeah, any like words of wisdom? Maybe somebody spoke something to you one time that you had an epiphany. Anything you want to share with the world? Because the world is listening.
Honestly, maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like I'm really grateful to be here, and I feel like everyone thinks it's like a whole thing to get into their creative bag or to really get into their own character, but it's only just starting.
Yes.
And once you start it, life reflects everything.
yes, it will open up to you.
So all your dreams that you think of, all the things that you think of yourself, like when if I could be anyone, who could I be? You can be that. You are that already.
Yes.
There's already. Oh, I'll share this.
Okay.
Someone said, Angelina said to me, who did my hair, she was like, you, the end already happened.
Yes.
You're just in the process, of getting there, but it already happened.
Angelina Lene.
Yeah.
The black hair
Black
shop?
hair shop.
Okay. She's been on my show too before.
Angelina,
That's
like,
my sister. She's fire.
Oh my God, yeah. I can
Okay.
talk about her all day. But
All right, we have to bring her on and talk about her too.
And do.
All right, so you guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in to MVP Speaks Life. We got my guest, Gaia Speaks, and my co-host,
Rachel Cherie.
and we will see you back here next Wednesday. As always, peace and love.
Thanks for tuning in to MVP Speaks Life on Hot 702.5 FM.